The Galactic Council chamber floated in deep space, far from any star or planet. It was a massive structure shaped like a ring, glowing with strange lights and ancient power. Inside, hundreds of alien leaders sat in silence. Each one represented a different race, a different world, a different empire. At the center of the chamber was a circular table made of pure energy. Above it, a hologram slowly turned. It showed a map of the known galaxy. Most of it glowed blue, marking the control of the Galactic Council. But one small area glowed red. That red space was growing. Many eyes watched it in fear. One seat in the chamber was empty. Its surface was cracked and dark. That seat once belonged to a proud alien empire. Now that empire no longer existed. No ships. No cities. No survivors. The council remembered how fast it happened. And who did it? A tall alien leader stood up. His skin was silver and his eyes burned with cold light. He was one of the oldest members of the council. "Enough silence," he said. "We are the rulers of this galaxy. Fear does not belong here." Some leaders nodded. Others remained quiet. Another alien rose slowly. This one was smaller, with dark scales and tired eyes. He had seen many wars. "The red zone grows," he said carefully. "It grows because of humans." A low sound spread through the chamber. Some aliens laughed. Others showed anger. "Humans?" the silver leader said. "That weak species from a small blue planet? They are divided," another council member added. "They fight each other more than anyone else." The smaller alien did not sit down. His voice was calm, but his hands trembled. "You laugh because you do not understand them," he said. "Humans lose battles, yes. But they do not accept defeat." The silver leader waved a hand. The hologram changed. Images of Earth appeared. Human cities. Human ships. Human weapons. "They are slow," the silver leader said. "Their ships are old. Their weapons are simple. They are not a threat to us." The smaller alien stepped closer to the table. "There is one rule," he said. "One rule that every ancient race learned the hard way." The chamber grew quiet. "Never corner humans," he continued. "Never trap them. When humans have no escape, they become something else." Some council members shifted in their seats. Others showed signs of doubt. But doubt did not last long. "We have rules," the silver leader replied. "And we have power. Humans will kneel like all others." The council voted. The result was clear. Far away in human space, no alarms rang. No warnings were sent. The stars looked calm. Empty. Silent. Too silent. Human leaders watched their screens. They saw alien fleets moving toward their borders. Thousands of ships. Perfect formations. Overwhelming force. No one spoke for a long moment. Then a human commander finally broke the silence. "So," he said quietly, "they chose this." Human space did not react with panic. No fleets rushed forward. No messages were sent to the council. Instead, human space went dark. Alien scouts entered the first human system. They expected fear. They expected defense. They found nothing. No ships. No signals. No life signs. "This is strange," one alien captain said. "Humans should be here." Then one ship vanished. No explosion. No warning. Just gone. Another ship lost power. Then another. Panic spread through the fleet. "They are using tricks," the captain shouted. "Find them." But there was nothing to find. Back in the Galactic Council chamber, the silver leader watched the live feed. His confidence faded. "What is happening?" he demanded. Before anyone could answer, a new signal appeared in the center of the chamber. It was not from any known alien system. It was human. The hologram changed. A single human figure appeared. The face was calm. The eyes were cold. "This message is for the Galactic Council," the human said. The chamber fell into complete silence. "You were warned," the human continued. "You ignored the rule." The silver leader stood up. "This is not over," he said. "You cannot fight the entire galaxy." The human looked directly at him. "We are not fighting the galaxy," the human replied. "Only those who came for us." The signal ended. At that moment, reports flooded the chamber. Entire alien fleets were gone. No survivors. No wreckage. Just empty space. The red zone on the galactic map expanded again. And for the first time in centuries, the Galactic Council felt true fear. They had ignored one rule about humans. And they were about to learn why that rule existed. The Galactic Council chamber was no longer calm. Voices filled the air. Fear replaced pride. Screens showed empty space where powerful fleets once existed. No explosions. No broken ships. Just silence. The silver-skinned leader stood frozen. His eyes stared at the growing red zone on the galactic map. "This is impossible," he said slowly. "No race can erase fleets without leaving signs." The smaller alien with dark scales stepped forward again. His voice was low, heavy with regret. "Humans do not fight to show power," he said. "They fight to end threats." Another council member slammed a clawed hand on the table. "Enough of this fear," the alien shouted. "They hide because they are weak. We will crush them if we strike harder." The council agreed. More fleets were sent. Bigger fleets. Faster fleets. Armed with the most advanced weapons in the galaxy. This time they would not fail. The new alien armada moved deep into human space. Thousands of ships filled the stars. Their weapons glowed with energy. Their commanders smiled with confidence. "Humans will finally learn their place," one commander said. But human space remained silent. No defense lines. No warning signals. No response. "This feels wrong," another commander whispered. Then it happened. Alien sensors began to fail. One by one. Long-range vision went blind. Communication signals broke into noise. "Restore systems," the commander shouted. Before orders could be followed, space itself seemed to bend. Human ships appeared. Not in front of them. Not behind them. But everywhere. Small ships. Dark ships. Silent ships. They did not form lines. They did not move in patterns. They struck. Alien ships exploded one by one. Some lost power and drifted helplessly. Others vanished as if space swallowed them whole. The armada collapsed into chaos. "Fire back," the commander screamed. But there was nothing to lock onto. Humans did not stay. They hit. They disappeared. They returned from another angle. Minutes felt like hours. Then a human voice broke through alien channels. "This is not an invasion," the voice said calmly. "This is containment." The alien commander tried to answer. The signal cut. His ship went dark. Back at the Galactic Council, panic spread like fire. Reports flooded in. Fleet after fleet was gone. Worlds near human space lost contact. Supply routes collapsed. One council member whispered, "They are hunting us." The silver leader turned toward the smaller alien. "You knew this," he said angrily. "Why did you not stop us?" The smaller alien looked tired. "I tried," he said. "But you do not listen to warnings when you feel strong." The council demanded a solution. Some suggested peace. Others demanded total war. The silver leader raised his hand. "We will send an ultimatum," he said. "Humans must surrender or be erased." A message was sent across human space. There was no reply. Instead, something else arrived. A single human ship entered neutral space near the council's borders. It was small. Old-looking. Alone. Weapons powered down. "This is a trap," many council members said. But curiosity won. They allowed the ship to approach. A hologram activated. A human officer appeared. He wore no armor. His face showed no anger. Only control. "You attacked without understanding," the human said. "You ignored history." The silver leader stood tall. "You cannot win," he replied. "We have numbers. We have allies." The human nodded slowly. "You had numbers," he said. Past tense. Images filled the chamber. Destroyed alien bases. Captured fleets. Council member worlds surrounded by human ships. "Why show us this?" the silver leader asked. The human's eyes hardened. "Because this is your last chance to stop," he said. Some council members begged for peace. Others refused. The silver leader made his choice. "Continue the war," he ordered. The human closed his eyes for a moment. "Then hear this," he said. "When humans are pushed into a corner, we do not run." The hologram flickered. "We remove the corner." The signal ended. Moments later, alarms screamed through the council chamber. Human fleets appeared near key council systems. Not attacking. Waiting. Watching. The galaxy held its breath. The council had ignored the warning. Now humans were no longer hiding. And the real war was about to begin. The alien fleets did not move. They waited in fear as human ships surrounded key systems. No weapons fired. No messages sent. Just silent pressure. The Galactic Council tried to understand the human strategy, but nothing made sense. Humans were not acting like conquerors. They did not demand planets. They did not claim space. They were closing doors. One alien commander floated inside a damaged ship near the edge of human territory. His vessel had lost power during a sudden attack. He waited for death. Instead, human ships arrived. They did not destroy his ship. They boarded it. Human soldiers entered through a clean cut in the hull. They wore dark armor, simple and practical. Their weapons were small, but their movements were calm and precise. The alien commander was taken alive. He expected pain. He expected torture. None came. They placed him in a white room. Soft light. No chains. No guards in sight. A human officer entered. "You are safe," the human said. The alien did not believe him. "Why am I alive?" the alien asked. The human looked at him. "Because you need to understand," he replied. The human officer showed him images. Old images. Human history. Wars where humans lost. Cities destroyed. Planets burned. "You see weakness," the human said. "We see lessons." The alien watched silently. "You attack us thinking we break," the human continued. "But humans change." The alien felt fear rise. "Why not end us?" he asked. The human leaned closer. "This is not war yet," he said. Across the galaxy, council worlds felt the pressure. Human ships appeared near supply lines. Trade stopped. Energy stations shut down. No shots fired. No planets attacked. The message was clear. Humans controlled the flow of life. Inside the council chamber, chaos ruled. "They are strangling us," one leader shouted. The silver-skinned leader slammed his fist on the table. "Attack them all at once," he ordered. A final massive fleet was prepared. The largest in galactic history. If humans could be crushed, it would be now. The fleet jumped into human space. This time humans were waiting. The stars lit up. Human ships emerged from hidden points in space. Not thousands. Millions. Small ships. Medium ships. Old ships. New ships. They moved like a storm. Alien commanders tried to give orders. Signals failed. Formations broke. Human ships passed through alien lines, striking engines, weapons, command centers. Not total destruction. Precise destruction. Alien ships became useless. Drifting. Blind. Helpless. A human message spread across all channels. "You crossed the final line." Alien commanders begged for retreat. Escape routes closed. Human ships blocked every path. The massive fleet was trapped. Then humans stopped firing. Silence returned. A single human ship moved forward. The voice returned. "This was your last lesson," the human said. "You wanted war." Pause. "We wanted peace." The alien fleet surrendered. Back in the council chamber, the truth was clear. Humans were not fighting to win battles. They were removing the council's ability to fight at all. The smaller alien with dark scales whispered, "They are not angry." The silver leader stared at the screens. "What are they?" he asked. The smaller alien answered softly. "Patient." The captured alien commander sat alone again. The human officer returned. "You will go home," the human said. The alien looked shocked. "Why?" he asked. The human turned away. "Because you will carry the warning," he replied. The alien was released. His ship repaired. He left human space. When he returned to the council, he spoke only one sentence. "Humans let you live, until you force them not to." The council chamber fell silent. Outside, human fleets waited. Not attacking. Not leaving. Watching. The galaxy finally understood. Humans were still holding back. And when they stopped holding back, there would be nothing left to resist them. The Galactic Council no longer argued. They panicked. Screens around the chamber showed the truth they could not deny. Human ships blocked trade routes. Human fleets surrounded important systems. Energy supplies were failing. Communication between council worlds was breaking apart. The galaxy was not at war. It was trapped. The silver-skinned leader stood at the center of the chamber. His voice was tense, no longer proud. "Order all fleets to retreat," he commanded. "Fall back to core systems." The order went out. And failed. One by one, reports returned. Escape routes blocked. Jump points sealed. Human ships everywhere. "They predicted our moves," a council member whispered. The smaller alien with dark scales stepped forward again. "No," he said quietly. "They studied you." Across the galaxy, alien fleets tried to flee. But every path closed the moment they moved. Human ships appeared before them, not attacking, just blocking the way. Everywhere the same message repeated. "You cannot leave." A council commander screamed into his channel. "We are surrounded. We demand safe passage." A human voice replied calmly. You had safe passage before you attacked. The channel closed. The council chamber shook as fear spread. Some leaders begged for peace. Others blamed each other. The silver leader watched it all, his power slipping away. We must strike the human homeworld, he said at last. If we destroy Earth, they will stop. The smaller alien turned sharply. That will end us all, he warned. But the decision was made. A secret fleet launched. Its target was Earth. The fleet entered human space in silence. No resistance. No warning. The commanders smiled. Then space changed. Human ships appeared around them, closer than ever before. Larger. Heavier. Armed. This time they did not hide. A human signal broke through. You aimed for our home, the voice said. The alien fleet tried to escape. They could not. Human ships closed in. Weapons charged. And for the first time humans did not hold back. The alien fleet was erased in seconds. No survivors. Back in the council chamber, alarms screamed. The red zone spread across the entire map. One council member collapsed. We are finished, he whispered. The silver leader said nothing. He finally understood. They had forced humans to protect what they loved. Human fleets moved closer to the council's core worlds. Not attacking. Waiting. Every world felt it. Every leader knew the truth. There would be no retreat. There would be no escape. The smaller alien spoke to the chamber one last time. You ignored the rule, he said. Now there is no mercy left to ask for. The silver leader closed his eyes. What do humans want? He asked. The answer came through every screen. A human figure appeared. This ends now, the human said. Silence followed. The council waited. The ultimate price was coming. The Galactic Council chamber was quiet. Not the calm kind of quiet. This was the silence of fear. Human fleets surrounded the council's core worlds. Every screen showed the same image, dark ships, endless in number, waiting without motion. The silver-skinned leader stood alone in the center. His shoulders were heavy. His pride was gone. We request negotiation, he said slowly. The word felt weak. A human figure appeared on the main hologram. The same calm face. The same cold eyes. You already chose, the human replied. The silver leader lowered his head. We were wrong, he said. We underestimated you. The human did not react. You ignored history, the human said. You ignored warnings. You attacked first. The council chamber filled with quiet sounds of regret. Some leaders knelt. Others stared at the floor. What do you want? The silver leader asked. The human looked around the chamber. We want the war to end, he said. And for it to never happen again. Human ships moved. Not to destroy planets. To disable them. Energy grids shut down. Defense systems went silent. Military bases lost power. No civilians were harmed. No cities burned. But the council lost everything that made them strong. Weapons. Fleets. Control. The silver leader watched his empire fall without a single explosion. This is worse than death, he whispered. The smaller alien with dark scales stood beside him. This is justice, he replied. A final message arrived from human command. The council listened in silence. You will disband the Galactic Council, the human voice said. Your fleets will be destroyed or taken apart. Your war leaders will answer for their actions. The silver leader looked up. And if we refuse? He asked. The human's eyes hardened. You already tried that. The message ended. One by one, council members agreed. The Great Galactic Council, ruler of the stars for centuries, ended in a single day. Human ships remained. Watching. Making sure. The silver leader was taken into custody. He was not chained. He was not harmed. As he was escorted away, he asked a human guard one question. Why spare us? The human paused. Because we are not monsters, he said. Then he added, but we become them when forced. Across the galaxy, worlds watched the fall of the council. Stories spread fast. Not stories of destruction. Stories of control. Stories of restraint. Stories of what happens when humans are pushed too far. The red zone on the galactic map stopped growing. Peace returned. But fear remained. The smaller alien with dark scales sent a message to all known races. It contained only one sentence. Never ignore humans. Human fleets slowly withdrew from council space. They did not take territory. They did not demand tribute. They left behind one rule. A rule written into galactic law. Do not corner humans. Do not threaten their home. The silver leader sat in a quiet cell, staring at the stars through a clear window. He finally understood. Humans did not want power. They wanted safety. And they would destroy any force that threatened it. The galaxy was changed forever. And everyone knew. This was not the end. The galaxy was quiet again. Not the fragile silence of fear, but the careful silence of memory. The Galactic Council no longer existed. Its chamber floated empty in space, lights dimmed, chairs abandoned. The great symbol of power had become a warning. Across many worlds, leaders watched human fleets leave their borders. The ships did not celebrate. They did not show pride. They simply returned home. Humans were done. For now. On Earth, human leaders met in a simple room. No grand hall. No golden symbols. Just people who understood the cost of survival. The threat is gone, one commander said. Another shook his head. No. The threat is remembered. They agreed on one thing. Never again. Far away, the smaller alien with dark scales stood before a gathering of younger races. His voice carried across the hall. I saw them laugh at humans, he said. I saw them ignore the warning. He paused. I also saw what happened when humans stopped holding back. The room stayed silent. A message spread through the galaxy. It was shared by traders, explorers, and diplomats. It did not come from humans. It came from those who survived them. Humans do not seek war. But they finish it. The former silver-skinned leader sat alone, no guards nearby. He was no longer a ruler. Just a witness. He replayed the moment again and again. The warning. The vote. The mistake. We thought strength meant control, he whispered. We were wrong. Outside his window, a human ship passed by, peaceful and distant. That frightened him more than any weapon. Human space returned to normal. Trade resumed. Borders reopened. Old ships were repaired instead of replaced. To outsiders, humans looked small again. Divided again. Weak again. But the galaxy knew better now. Years later, a young alien commander studied galactic history. He stopped at one chapter. The human conflict. He asked his teacher, why didn't humans rule the galaxy after they won? The teacher answered slowly. Because humans only fight when forced, he said. And when the danger ends, so does their need for power. The student thought for a moment. And if someone forgets that, he asked. The teacher looked at the stars. Then the lesson will be taught again. On the edge of known space, a human exploration ship discovered new stars. New worlds. New life. The captain looked out at the endless dark. Let's hope they choose peace, he said quietly. His crew nodded. They all knew what happened when peace was not chosen. The final rule was added to galactic law. It was simple, clear, impossible to ignore. Never corner humans. Never threaten their home. Never assume they will surrender. The galaxy moved forward. But the echo of that rule remained. And in the quiet between stars, every race remembered. Humans are kind. Humans are patient. But when pushed to the edge, they do not run. They end the threat.